Hi, and welcome to a Nearpod session. What you will need to do in order to use Nearpod in the classroom, you will need to download the Nearpod app, which looks like this icon right here in the center, onto your mobile device, whether it's your smartphone or iPad, and you will need all of your students to download this app as well. Now, this is a free app from the iTunes App Store, or if you have student laptops, they can log in at nearpod.com. And so what's going to happen is once you have uploaded a PowerPoint presentation or created a new PowerPoint presentation within Nearpod, you will get, as the teacher, an access code. And up here is the PIN, ONIAG. So this is the PIN you would hand out to all of your students to join your live session. So again, what this app does is it gives the students a way to have the presentation on their device in front of them, in case you didn't have a projector handy, or just to make it a little bit more closer to them for taking notes. And also you can embed this with interactive features, which we're going to show you today. So again, the PIN, you would wait for all the students to log in. And right now you can see I have already added one student to our group, and so it'll give you a number here of how many students have logged in. And you're going to notice that when you do these live sessions, the teacher controls the pace of the slide. So right now, if students were trying to progress through the presentation, it's locked and it won't let them go through. They're all going to be stuck on this slide until the teacher moves the slide. The next step you're going to do after a welcome message is you're going to have students type in their names. So they're going to be once they've joined the session, they're going to see your welcome slide, and then they're going to type in their name. And I'm going to add just a generic name here. Mickey Mouse has joined the session. And then you're going to see, as a teacher, your screen looks like this, and the kids' names will make a list here on the left-hand side. You don't need to worry about student IDs. So again, as I'm controlling the presentation, there's a question that pops up on the student's device, and it says, draw types of technology you have seen in your classroom. So for instance, if a student might draw a computer, so they're going to be drawing on their device, and I'm actually trying to be the student and the teacher at the same time, so I apologize for my pausing. And then what they're going to do is they're going to submit their drawing to you, and as a teacher you're going to be able to see it right here, and so I can click on it and I can share it with everybody's device. So if there were more drawings, I would just kind of sift through them here, and I found one that I wanted to show the class. I click share and it will appear on everyone's device. Next, so that's one interactive feature, drawing. You can use maps. I've seen a lot of social studies teachers use maps where students can locate and identify capitals or countries, things like that. So the next interactive feature that you can embed in these presentations is a poll. So again, you're looking at the teacher side right here, but the student side, it just has the question, do you know of any teachers who currently use Nearpod in the classroom? So I'm going to answer for Mickey Mouse, and once they submit your answer, you're going to see this change. So the blues are yes, no's, not sure, no answer, and you're going to be able to see that as a teacher to prompt your students to answer the question. Again, their names were going to pop up here with the ABC choices. And again, you can share this poll with the class. So if you hit the share button, they will be able to see this graphic here on how well the class answered the questions. So again, just looking at this infographic, it kind of talks to you about, we create these enriched multimedia presentations with interactive features. It's cloud-based, and then in the classroom they share that content with the students, and they control the activity using the teacher app, and the students follow along. Students receive the content and submit responses on their device using the app on their end. And again, this is a great use for formative assessment and keeping them engaged throughout a presentation or direct instruction time. And then the teacher can monitor the results. They can catalog the results and print reports. So if you were going to grade the quizzes, if you were going to use participation points, things like that. Now here we're going to, you can also embed videos and web pages. So what I'm going to do now is hopefully play this video, and it's just going to give you an example of some new lessons with Nearpod.
In the space developing interactive content for many years. The school right in our alley bought 1,000 iPads. Almost the month they were launched. And we kind of saw that and we said, now that everybody has a device, someone should think about how the teachers can incorporate that and make their classes more engaging. And we started experimenting. And at some point it was clear that our product had potential because we saw it in the faces of the teachers. The lecture should have a different format. Kids should be able to do stuff while they learn. Share your opinions, draw something that you thought, go to a website and share that you found with the rest of the class. Nearpod is the presentation tool for the one-to-one days. So Nearpod allows teachers to share content with every kid in the class in real time, and at the same time kids can participate into that presentation by making drawings, by answering polls, even going and searching the web. People learn from other people and not from computers. And we have that in mind all the time when we develop our product. We're not developing a product that will teach, we're developing a product that will help others teach others. The work teachers do, especially in kind of primary and secondary education, worldwide, is absolutely demanding, and I admire them. So the fact that I'm able to help them with a platform and a tool that they're using to make their classes more engaging makes me happy. That's as simple as that.
Okay, hopefully you had some volume on that video. I'm not sure with recording how that's going to work. Let's get back to our presentation. So the next slide is, again, just what does Nearpod do? And so it allows teachers to control the pacing of the presentation while it engages students on their own device, like you saw in the video. You can incorporate the quizzes, polls, drawings, open-ended questions, checks for understanding, and allows students to get immediate feedback from the teacher and from peers if you use the sharing feature. One of the ways I've seen teachers use Nearpod effectively is using the flipped classroom. Now, for the flipped classroom, you actually will need the paid version of Nearpod. When you do a live session, if you're doing it in class and the kids are in front of you, you do not need a paid account. The free accounts will work just fine. However, if you want to try to use this device, this tool for a flipped classroom, you will need the paid account. And because what it will allow you to do is it will allow you to launch a live session where students can access at any time. And so what that does is it's called a homework presentation. And so that's where you would assign a student to go through this presentation, answer questions, things like that on their own time outside of school, thus creating that flipped classroom, coming in the next day and having that lesson done. So again, students can complete their presentations on their own pace, and the teachers will have live reports of those once the students have completed them. We've seen a lot of teachers use Nearpod for online learning centers, and they create different centers with different Nearpod sessions and assign those for classwork or homework. So these are just some of the examples that I've seen while I've been here at Peters Township High School. We use Nearpod for our library orientation. We review concepts and do a scavenger hunt. We've done a lot of online learning centers in the English classrooms for vocab and grammar. African map tests, again, that was where we have a lot of images embedded into Nearpod, and then they have to identify and draw different features on the map and locate things. And the Soviet experience, where we just reviewed and discussed an article. You can upload an article and they can underline it, circle things right there on their screen. You know, we found, we did a Nearpod pilot when this first was released, and for about a semester, just to get a group of teachers to learn how to use the tool and be able to share it with others. And we did find some positives and negatives. Positives, again, it increases student engagement in the lessons, allows students to use their own devices in the classroom to support BYOD, and incorporates quick checks for understanding. Some of the negatives, it's once you upload your PowerPoint, you end up uploading it in a PDF, and therefore it cannot be edit the lesson or the slides once they're published. You have to, clone it, copy it, and then re-edit it. So that's a little tedious on that end, but it is easy enough to do once you get the hang of it. Some of the Samsung devices are having difficulty staying connected to the Nearpod app. We're not sure why. And if a student device loses the Wi-Fi connection, then that can be a hassle as well. But overall, their help desk people, their support staff is great. They will do live webinars for you if you're just starting out with a Nearpod and have a group of teachers that wanted to learn about it. You can give them suggestions, and we've seen a lot of our suggestions being changed and updated as we email them to them, so that's great. Here are the accounts, different accounts for the silver is the free version, like I told you, and it gives you just some of the information here. You can have up to 30 students at a time, and you can basically you have enough storage, limited storage, but you'll have enough, and you do not have the homework feature, which is this X here. Now, if you do the gold, the school, or the district, you have everything, basically everything to your advantage. We're going to watch then just a few minutes of teacher testimonials. We're running out of time with the presentation, and then I'm going to show you exactly where you can find more information on Nearpod on our BYOD website.
I'm learning ways to use not only Nearpod but also other Web 2.0 tools to deliver my curriculum. I'm also learning ways that I can use the data that I receive from Nearpod to make data-driven decisions about my lesson planning. It really has not only reinforced some of the skills I currently have with technology, but also helped me hone new skills. I am learning how to use Nearpod in the classroom, and I'm using it to increase student learning, and also I'm using it as a new way to assess my students, both formatively and summatively, which is really, really nice. It's just a break from traditional paper and pencil test, quizzes, checks for understanding. We're using the technology instead.
Okay, I cut that a little bit short just to so I can show you where we are going to go from here. So the presentation is a little bit longer and asks just for some more questions, but I'm going to bypass that and just show you. If you have the, if you can write down tinyurl.com/BYOD site, that'll take you to our BYOD site. Again, that was tinyurl.com/BYOD site. And once you get to this website, there is a web page for the Nearpod pilot, and this has all of our information that we've done over the past year with Nearpod. And it has basically all the information from the presentation today, all here at your fingertips. So I hope you have enjoyed this presentation, and I hope you have success using Nearpod in the classroom.